Well, good evening, folks. It's the afternoon for me and Rose. My wife's still at her dad's for his 90th birthday party. Hadn't got home yet, and I'm doing a little work. Cut a couple yards this morning, got that done. And I moved the splitter over here, but I haven't got the conveyor over here. And I thought, while it's nice and cool, I've got about 8 good blocks here, should be. Rose, eating that dirt. Got 8 good rounds, should be close to a face cord of wood, so I'm gonna go old school like we used to do it before we got the conveyor. I just put the Ibc Tote here and I'm gonna split, throw right into the tote. Hope y'all having a great day. It's overcast, windy, cool. It's in the 60s for the high. It got down, I don't know if it got to the high 40s last night, but it was around the 50 mark. Perfect weather for selling and producing firewood. Even though the sun come out, it's probably a good 20-mile-an-hour breeze. Should be perfect. So let's get started. Well, folks, that's as much as greenwood I think my tractor can pick up. It's been a long time since I got to split a tote by myself. I actually forgot to do a couple things. If you go back, you'll see I forgot to put this stand down. When I rolled up a big piece of wood, it picked the rear end of that four-wheel up. And I couldn't figure out what the world was going on. Then it realized me that stand, that's one of the things my wife kind of does to remind me to do. And we work as a team, and when she ain't here, I really forget what all she does. Just like when I ain't here, she forgets what I do. But we got a great tote done. That will be a tote for inside heat for somebody's fireplace. Ain't too much small stuff there. That's big stuff like I like it. Not like my wife likes it, but that's how I like it. So we're gonna move it and stick it over here in the spot. We're gonna call, me and Rose are gonna call this a day. Rose, you gonna keep on eating dirt? Your mama gonna get you. All right, folks, have a good day. Hope you're having a great week. Appreciate you spending a little time in our wood yard. For Rose and myself, y'all have a great day. This is Rec Outdoors.